We bought it for what, $390 if I remember correct. And now we're selling it for $825. So we doubled our money. We already doubled our money on the second system. Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and today I'm going to show you the reasons why you do not want to use Wiring Loom for a economic breakdown. So, if you don't know what an economy crash or an economic breakdown is in No Man's Sky, it is a really fast way to make a lot of money, but there are different items that people have been using, and a lot of people use Wiring Loom, but there's some limitations with Wiring Loom, and I can show you something that's even better than Wiring Loom. So, if you're looking for Wiring Loom, all you have to do is go to a space station, any space station, come in and land, and come over to this side of the space station. This is the normal, like, mission area, and where the cartographer is, and where the, you know, the guilds are, stuff like that. But there's a terminal right over here. And if you go over here, you can buy Wiring Loom. Now, there's no blueprints. You can't make your own Wiring Loom. You have to buy it from a terminal. So if you go down, right here, Wiring Loom, boom. And if you don't know the generalities, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but the generalities are, it tells you the name of the product, like a microprocessor, and it says demand. It's a 0.0. That means the demand in this system, and every system is different, is 0. They have just enough. They don't have too much, because if you have too much of an item, that means that the price is going to drop dramatically. So it'll be cheaper to buy it because they have too many. They're trying to get rid of them. If they don't have a lot of them, like if they have like none, the price is going to be really high because it's a really rare item. And so you'll see, you know, like -2. So that means it's actually a little rare in this system. +1 right here for chromatic metal. That means they have a little too much. So you can kind of go through and you can see that. I mean, and in general, if it's a plus or a -5, you're good to go. But if we go up to the top, you see it's -10 and it's green. It's highlighted in green. That means the price is really cheap because it's -10%. And you can go, you see -24, you can go down to a -80%. So that means you get 80% off the price because there's so much of it here. And those are the basics of an economic crash. You want to have so many of one single item in an economy, in a system, so the price is basically rock bottom. You can't go any lower than that. And it's -80 is right where that's at. So a lot of people, they say, oh, well, Wiring Loom, because it's a common element that every terminal is going to have, and they sell it for, you know, a good price. Like I can buy 46 of them for 2 million units. So you need to have a lot of money to start out with, and then on top of that, your first couple of systems, you're going to lose money because you're trying to flood the economy. So that's really not a good way to do it. You can totally do it, and actually, you know what? I'm going to do both. So, I'm going to buy all the Wiring Loom in this one system. Boom. So I bought it all. But the other thing that you can do, and you really want to do, the other common element that's in every system is Cobalt. And Cobalt is really dirt cheap, but the other advantage of that is you can stack Cobalt to a high degree. The big disadvantage with the Wiring Loom is that you have to have a lot of space for Wiring Loom because you can only stack it up to 20, whereas Cobalt, you can stack 9,999 in one stack. And as you can see, I mean, look, I'm buying 2,000 for 500,000, 512,000 units, and that's totally doable. If you don't have very much money to begin with, this is the easiest one to go with. Cobalt is definitely the better option. So we're going to do both of them. We do Cobalt right here, and we already did our Wiring Loom. So let's go to sell. So now that we have it, I mean, it's in the same system, but you can look at it. Where is my, I don't even know where it is. Wiring Loom right here. I bought it for 2 million, but I can only sell it for 1 million, so I'm already losing money. I'm losing money if I sell it back to this system. So you do not want to sell it back to the same system. You need to fly to a different system and sell it there because they should already have Wiring Loom, number one. And number two, the prices are going to change. Same thing for my Cobalt right now. I can sell it. Oh, I already had some in my inventory. Crap. So 10,000. So one stack of Cobalt would sell for 2 million, and I only bought 2,000. So let's see if I was going to just sell 2,000. So if I'm going to sell 2,000 again, I shouldn't do that. But if I was going to, I'd get almost my money back. I would lose 100,000, which is a lot, but it's a lot less than losing almost 1 million on Wiring Loom. So already the advantages are starting to appear. Wiring Loom, definitely not the way to go. You could totally do it that way, and you could still make money that way, but you're not going to make nearly as much as you would with Cobalt. So we're going to keep all that. So now we know we have Wiring Loom, and look at this is our Cobalt right here. One stack right here, and we're not even full yet. But I only visited one system, and I'm already using 4 different stacks for my Wiring Loom. Look at that, because they can only hold 20 in a stack. Now you can change that if you go over to your cargo. You can hold up to 40, so it can double it, but it's still really limited. So, and early on in the game, you're not going to have a lot of cargo space anyway. So, right there, boom. I'm already making so much more, but we're going to go with this. So, let's move on to our next system. Now, in order to economy crash, you're going to spend a little money to begin with. I would always recommend Cobalt because you only have to spend 500,000 on your first system, and you get a ton of Cobalt. Now, it is a lot of money early on, but 500,000 can turn into millions and billions in an hour. So let's do that. Now we need to go find a new system to go to. So let's head out into the space, and I'll show you how to do that. So once you get into space, what you want to do is go to your galaxy map. So hit down on your D-pad, use your D-pad to go to your galaxy map. It should be the first one that comes up every time. Now this is your galaxy map. Now you're going to want to have an economy scanner just because you need to know how good an economy is. Therefore, you can get a better economy crash. So you should be locked in. And this is the other thing that, a lot of people don't know. If you're locked in on this map, it'll only let you go to certain areas, right? Well, if you press B on your Xbox One controller or O0 on your PS4 controller, it unlocks it. And you can look anywhere you want like that. So yeah, definitely hit B or O on your PlayStation controller, and you can look around. Now what we're doing is we're looking at all these different stars because we need to look for a system that has a great economy. Let's pick this one right here. Now you don't really get that much info, but if you press Y, it gives you a ton more info. Y on Xbox One or triangle if you're on PlayStation 4. Now we have all this detail in there, and it's because I have my economy scanner and a conflict scanner in my starship. You need both those things in order to get all this information. So at minimum, you want an economy scanner, especially if you're doing an economy crash. But underneath the economy, it says fuel generation. We have a sell of 79 and a buy of -17, which is okay. And the last part in that whole line, it says satisfactory, which means this is a decent economy. It's not the best and it's not the worst. It's kind of like a middle-of-the-road economy. We're looking for a different one. We're looking for the best one ever. So, over here to the next one, Gek. This is a mining economy, and it's a comfortable economy. It's a sell 61%, buy -29%. So that one's actually doing pretty good. Now, the difference is, if you go to a bad economy, the prices are going to fluctuate more towards the negative, but the bigger thing is they won't have as many items. And so in a great economy, in the best economy ever, they might have 100 wiring looms. On the worst economy ever, they might have 10 or 15. And so you want to go to a better economy just because they'll have more items there. Now, the buy and sell percentages, they're going to fluctuate depending on everything else, so you don't really want to look at those. You mostly want to look at what type of economy it is because you want to get the most out of it. Oh, look at this star right here. This is a promising economy. It's a trading economy. So we're selling at 77% and we're buying at -40 or 24, excuse me. But it's promising. That's what we want to look for. Something promising or booming or something like that. Those are really good economies. So let's head over here. And when you get right into that new system, you're going to be close to the space station most of the time. Every once in a while, they'll put you way, way far away from the space station. I don't know why. But we're pretty close, so let's go into the space station. And before we get in here, I'm going to show you guys. I had my stack of 2052 Cobalt right here. I forgot I had some in my my cargo, so we're going to get rid of this. I don't want to cheat or anything like that, so we don't have any of my Cobalt that I've built up over time. My 8,000, this is gone. And I wanted you to see that it's gone. I just trashed it. It is destroyed. It is gone. And I don't have any other Cobalt other than the one stack I bought from the last space station. Same thing for my Wiring Loom. I don't have any other Wiring Loom, just the stuff I bought from the last space station. Alright? So that way you know, hey, this is all legit. I'm not, you know, buying it from different systems and coming to one and showing you guys. Nope, this is all straight up what it would be like if you were doing it. So once you get over there, let's head over here and talk to this terminal. Now, you're automatically by default on the buy. You don't want to go to the buy one yet. You want to sell because you want to flood the market with your item. So let's hit this. We're going to select the sell page. And then we're going to go down to our Wiring Loom. So we bought it for what? About a little over 2 million units, right? And we're going to sell all of ours for 1.6. This is what I'm telling you. Your first system that you travel to after your initial buy, you're going to lose a little bit of money on, but that's okay. That's what's expected because right now this economy is normal. It's saying, hey, look, man, we don't need, you know, your Wiring Loom. We don't need that at all. Why are you selling it? But that's okay. We're going to sell all of our Wiring Loom for 1.6. So we have a loss right now. And we're going to do the same thing for our Cobalt. Where is that baby at? Where are you at, Cobalt? Did I miss it? See, this is why you need to clean up. Okay, there it is right there. Boom. And see, the other difference is right there. Look at that. We're selling it for 415,000 units when we bought it for a little over 500. So we're only losing 100,000 units, which is a good thing. I mean, it's not, you'd never want to lose money, but we're not losing as much as our Wiring Loom. So definitely a benefit to doing Cobalt only. So let's sell that one. We're going to sell all of it. And I'll show you why you want to sell it right now. Because now that when we go to buy, our market is flooded. We just put a whole bunch of Cobalt and a whole bunch of Wiring Loom into the market. And now you see it right here. Boom. Our demand is negative 60% because they have so much Cobalt. They're like, look, guys, buy it for cheap because we just need to get rid of it. And we bought this stack of 2052 for over 500,000 units the last time, right? Remember? Now we're buying the same stack for 199,000. The price just more than cut in half. But we want to keep going, so we're going to buy all of this Cobalt. So we're going to actually increase it to 4,008. So look at that. We bought basically double the amount of Cobalt for less than what we bought originally. It took us 512,000 units to buy 2,000, and we're buying a stack of 4,000 for less than 400,000. So look at that. Already good. That's why you want to crash the price first. You want to sell your items first and then buy them back later on. But we're not done yet. We're also looking for our Wiring Loom that we sold. So now the price is negative 17. So that price is kind of bad already. I mean, it's not going to look good. So let's buy. We're going to be spending 5 million. So, oh man, and then we're going to take up a lot of room. Let's buy it and look at it. So we're already not making that much of a profit off of our Wiring Loom. And then on top of that, now look at this. Now our Wiring Loom is instead of taking up 4, what is that? 2, 4, 6. We're taking up 7. We doubled the amount of space, and we didn't even make that much money. But our Cobalt still one stack, and we're making tons of money already. So that is why you do not want to use Wiring Loom when you do an economic crash, an economy crash. You want to use Cobalt. And you can keep doing that over and over. Now I'm going to show you the next one. We're going to make a big profit. So let's go find our next system to go to. So we're at our next system. And just to prove to you that I didn't do anything, we still have the same amount of Wiring Loom and the same stack of Cobalt right there. So we didn't do anything. I literally just went and tried to find a really great economy. Again, you want to go find an economy and you have to go to a different system. because once you crash the economy in one system, it stays that way for 2 hours. So keep that in mind. You can always go back and go back to a system you've already been to, but it takes 2 hours for it to reset back to normal. And so don't go back. You want to go to a different system, especially if you're doing this all in a row. Don't go back and forth between 2 different systems. You want to go to a new, fresh system every time, because that economy is going to take 2 hours, and that's 2 hours of gameplay. It's not like push pause and, you know, quit the game and come back 2 hours from now. You have to be playing the game. The game has to be running for 2 hours in order for the economy to reset. So let's come over to this terminal. And again, you're instantly on buy, but you do not want to buy yet because we haven't crashed the economy. We want to sell. That way we crash it. So let's go down. We're going to find our wiring loom right here. So we're selling it for 3 million. We bought it for 5, so we're still losing money on our wiring loom, guys. We're still losing money, and it's taking up a lot of space. But we're going to sell it. We gotta make that price go down. And then we're going to go do the same thing for our Cobalt. So, I always miss it. Is that on the first page? Am I just missing it? Yes, it is. Good Lord, okay. So look at that. We're already making money. We bought it for what? A little less than 400,000 units? We bought it for what? 390 if I remember correct. And now we're selling it for 825. So we doubled our money. We already doubled our money on the second system. So we're going to sell all of it. But we're not done yet, because if you want to keep going over and over and over again, we're going to go to buy. Then we're going to buy all our Cobalt again. Now we're at negative 79. So we're already at the bottom price. This is basically where you're going to be. You might be able to get it up to 80, maybe 81, but that's really hard. You really have to flood the market. But 79, that's what you want to aim for. 70s to 80s. But look at that. We're going to be buying it for 206. We sold it for 800,000, and we're buying the same amount, 4,008 Cobalt, for 200,000 units. So that is a crazy deal. So actually, we're going to buy all of it. So even if you take our number, like if we only had the money we made from our sale, our 800,000 units, we'd still be making a profit, because even if we bought all 7,000 Cobalt, let's look at this. It's going to be less than 400,000. Got a quick tap right here. And getting close. There we go. Boom. So yeah, we sold it for over 800,000, and we're only going to buy back double the amount almost for less than half the price. So we already doubled our money. Boom. Cobalt, good to go. But keep in mind, we have to buy back our wiring loom if we're going to do that, right? So let's go to 290. We're spending 7 million. So we still haven't made a profit yet. We sold it for what, 5? And now we're spending 7. We're still going negative. We're still going negative with this wiring loom. It is not worth it to do wiring loom. And I'll show you again. We bought it, and so now, look at that. Our inventory is basically full of wiring loom, and we haven't even made any money yet. That is definitely, no. I can't even recommend it. Wiring loom is not the way to go anymore, you guys. Wiring loom, don't do it. Just don't do it. It takes up way too much room, and you're not making any money off it. Not really. Go with Cobalt. Cobalt is the way to go. You need to do Cobalt. Oh my god, alright. So hopefully you guys liked the video, and hopefully it was informative to you. If it was, hit the like button for me, and if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading videos all the time, and I'll see you guys next time.